is my fourth entry to my digital diary. What I feel God's been teaching me this week is pretty similar to the last week and the week before that. And it's just to not waste time. It's just learning how to not waste my time. More specifically with people that are not sharpening me, like the Bible verse says, iron sharpens iron, so a believer sharpens a believer. Or people that don't, keep me in the right headspace, keep me in the right mentality. That's really what I've been learning. I've been hanging out with certain people that maybe, they don't do anything crazy, like they're not on doing anything crazy and they're normal people, but they just don't have a mentality that I would want to adopt or be influenced to be more like. They have what I believe is a losing mentality. They don't have any strong morals, beliefs. They're not on a goal, they're not on a mission. So really people that are just serve as a distraction and as a guide towards the wrong path. So that's been this week's lesson, really. It was my birthday yesterday, and let's just say yesterday served as a decent lesson as well, kind of in the same area. But yeah, this week went to school. I finished my plans for the project that I'm going to make. It's going to be my first project. I'm going to make a little tabletop shelf thing, so I can put books or actually my mates. I'm going to put it's going to be really tall, so it's going to be I can put the thermos under and then the mates on top, on display. So that's going to be my first project, carpentry area of my learning. Hopefully this learning path serves me to be useful in my home, be a builder, build up my home, whether that is literally building it up from the bottom up, buying land, building a home, or fixing my home or remodeling my home. Just really becoming someone useful to, not like those people, which I would be ashamed if I was one of those persons where they just always need to call someone, this tiny little thing is broken, I can't do it myself, let me call someone. People, that's also kind of what I call a losing mentality. People aren't willing to figure things out for themselves. It's okay to have help from others, especially when you know something, but it's that intention to want to fix things. So that's really why I'm glad that I'm going to school as well. Because technically I'm doing it for the contractor thing, to become a general contractor, but I don't know how far I'll make it down that path. I'm not super interested in doing that, But either way, I'm learning a lot of lessons and skills that are very useful. And I think that all men should have. So I'm glad that I'm learning them right now. And I think that's about it for this week. I just went to school. Been keeping up with weightlifting. Been a lot more disciplined in my weightlifting. Not just not missing a day, but also how much effort I put into my workouts these past 2 months. I've been pushing as hard as I can in my workouts. To failure on everything. I think before these 2 months, I didn't even realize I was doing it, but I was being lazy. I was like half doing the workouts. I wasn't pushing myself to the most of my ability. So now this past 2 months I have been, and I already see the difference. It's not crazy, but I already do see a difference. I do see that I am stronger, that I look a little more defined, not a lot, but it's progress. So yeah, that's about it for this week. And yeah.